I'm Cynthia Sass, the Nutrition Director at Prevention Magazine. Did you know that most of us are only getting about 50% of all the fiber we need for the whole day? One of the best ways to boost up your fiber intake is to eat more pasta. You may be surprised to hear that because a lot of people think that pasta is fattening or it's a food that you should avoid, but it all depends on what kind you buy. There used to be mostly white pastas at the grocery store, but now when you go to the market, there are all kinds of varieties, from those that have fiber added to them to those that are naturally rich in fiber because they're made with whole grains like whole wheat or even oats or barley or other kinds of grains. Now, one of the tricks is getting the right amount. This is an entire box of penne, and this is one serving, which is 1/8 of the box. But what you should really keep in mind is think about a visual. 1 cup of pasta is about the size of a baseball or a tennis ball. This is about the amount of dry pasta that makes that much cooked. Pasta normally doubles in size when you cook it, but it depends on how long you cook it for. If you like it al dente, it's probably going to be a little bit smaller. If you like it more well done, it will swell up to a bigger size. Now, when you look at this amount, it doesn't seem like much. You might look at this and say, how could I possibly be filled up by that amount of pasta? Well, there's two things that you could do. One thing, keep in mind that whole grains or higher fiber pastas are more filling. Fiber actually slows down how quickly you digest or absorb the carbohydrate in pasta, so you feel fuller for longer. It also helps control your blood sugar and your insulin regulation, so you actually have a more steady energy level over time, and it delays the return of your hunger. But the other thing that you can do is add lots of chopped vegetables to your plate. 1 cup, about the size of, again, of a baseball or a tennis ball of chopped vegetables is only about 25 calories, and of course loaded with nutrients, whereas a half a cup of cooked pasta is about 200 calories. Now, if you had 200 calories a day that you couldn't burn off, you would gain 20 pounds of fat in a year. So it's more important to eat less pasta and add vegetables to it. You can also add lean proteins like the leanest ground turkey that you can find, or chicken, or even beans, or even tofu. So when you're at the market and you buy your whole grain pasta, your fiber-enriched pasta, and you get it home, how do you know how much to cook, especially if it comes in strands like this? Well, I would recommend doing this. A serving is about 1/8 of the container. So go ahead and take it in your hands and divide by half, and then divide by half again, and divide by half again, and this is about the amount for one person. So go ahead and add that to the boiling water, and when it's ready to eat, add lots of chopped vegetables and your protein to it, maybe even a salad on the side. And another thing that you can remember too is adding some oil after you cook the pasta instead of before. Adding the oil after is actually a great thing because it helps you to get a little bit more of, let's say, extra virgin olive oil into your body. That's important because when you combine olive oil with vegetables, you can absorb about 10 times more of the nutrients in it that help you to reduce your risks of disease. So that's all for today. I'm Cynthia Sass with Prevention Magazine.